Most people think they're self-aware. They think they understand themselves, their behavior, and how they come across to others. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Low self-awareness is one of the few flaws you almost never notice in yourself. Other people feel it immediately, but you don't. And that's exactly why it silently ruins relationships, limits growth, and keeps people stuck in the same patterns for years. In this video, we're not talking about obvious bad habits. We're talking about the subtle ones, the habits that quietly scream low self-awareness without you ever realizing it. Think about this for a moment. Have you ever wondered why conversations suddenly go quiet after you speak? Why people slowly distance themselves? Or why the same problems keep repeating in your life, no matter where you go? Most people blame bad luck, bad people, or bad timing. But what if the real issue isn't out there? What if it's something you're doing without noticing? That's where self-awareness comes in. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. One of the earliest signs is constantly interrupting others. It often feels harmless, like excitement or confidence, but to the person listening, it feels like being erased. When you interrupt, you're not just cutting words, you're cutting connection. Over time, people stop sharing fully, not because they don't like you, but because they don't feel heard. The scary part is that most interrupters genuinely believe they're good communicators. Another habit that exposes low self-awareness is hiding behind honesty. Saying something hurtful and then defending it with "I'm just being honest" doesn't make it truthful. It makes it careless. Honesty without empathy pushes people away while convincing you that you're the brave one in the room. What people remember isn't how honest you were, but how small or uncomfortable you made them feel. Low self-awareness also shows up when someone is always the victim. Every conflict is someone else's fault. Every failure has an external reason. While unfair situations exist, repeated patterns tell a deeper story. When nothing is ever your responsibility, you lose control over change. The moment you stop asking, "Why does this keep happening to me?" and start asking, "What am I contributing to this?" your growth accelerates. Then there's the apology problem. Either you never apologize, or you do it in a way that protects your ego instead of repairing the damage. Long explanations, excuses, and but statements turn apologies into debates. Truly self-aware people understand that impact matters more than intent. They don't apologize to be right. They apologize to rebuild trust. Another overlooked habit is ignoring how your mood affects others. Stress, frustration, and negativity don't stay inside you. They leak. You don't have to say a word for people to feel it. Rooms change when you enter them. Conversations shift, and energy drops. Without awareness, you end up emotionally controlling spaces without meaning to. Oversharing is another silent signal. So is never opening up at all. Both show a lack of social awareness. Trust isn't built by dumping everything at once or by building emotional walls. It's built gradually. People feel safe when connection grows in layers, not extremes. Finally, one of the loudest signs of low self-awareness is avoiding feedback or getting defensive when you hear it. Feedback feels uncomfortable because it challenges the image you have of yourself. But without it, you're walking without a mirror. Growth slows, and blind spots stay blind. Here's the reality most people don't want to hear. Self-awareness isn't about judging yourself. It's about noticing your impact. The people who grow fastest aren't perfect. They're curious. They pause, reflect, and adjust. And once you start catching these habits in real time, everything changes. Your relationships, your confidence, and how the world responds to you.